The Little Mermaid should have been white.
Baby,
Yeah,
won't you just come my way?
come in.
Baby, won't you just take your time?
Okay.
Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? First and foremost, I'ma just start it off, okay? The Little Mermaid should have been white.
What? Child. Anyway, so.
Yup, I said it. The Little Mermaid should have been white, okay?
Your problem is that you really don't even want to be black. No. You want to go there?
First and foremost, I'ma start it off and tell y'all how I felt about The Little Mermaid. First of all, amazing, okay? First of all, amazing. The everything, the music was amazing, the artwork was amazing, the story, we already know the story was amazing. I loved everything, okay? I loved how the characters looked. I love, the storyline of it all. Oh my God. Haley, bang up job. Amazing acting. Haley she saved the entire Little Mermaid, if you ask me, okay? Her acting was amazing. She was so beautiful, okay? She did everything for black girls. She was popping. She was doing her thing. Like, she just looked amazing. Everything about her was amazing. Amazing, okay? Ursula, amazing. That girl acts her ass off in Ursula, okay? And I just don't I think they kind of changed a little bit of the melody of, poor unfortunate soul. There was some part that I was singing it the way Ursula sang it in a cartoon, but she didn't sing it like that, but her acting was still on point. I loved Ursula, everything, everything was amazing. Costumes, amazing. Bang up job, okay? I love seeing her in the water. I love the Fiji eye of it all. I love it, okay? I think it was a bang up job on just everything, okay? Just the entire show. The actor that played the king, it was cute. It was amazing. I loved it. I loved the story of it all. When Haley sung, I got so emotional. Oh my God. Every time Haley sung, I got so emotional because the girl can sing, okay? I wish she would have hit that a little bit harder. I wish she would have hit it a little bit harder. Like, stretch out her voice, put some power behind it. But I love the melody of it. I think she just did a bang up job. She looked beautiful. It was amazing, okay? It was amazing. This is my greatness, all the positive, okay? Now let's get into some of my negatives, okay?
Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. Yeah.
I think personally, the actor that played the dad was atrocious. He couldn't act, in my opinion. He could not act. I felt like he was like, hey, you can't see the prince. Like it just felt like he just was doing the most acting. It wasn't natural.
It's a human. You're a mermaid.
Yes, but that doesn't make us enemies.
Promise me you will never look for him again.
I can't.
Promise me, Ariel.
I can't lie to you.
And I didn't like that part of it. I wish he just would let things flow. But it seemed like he was putting on. He wasn't a great actor. And I also did not like, they had a black sister. And I didn't like that. I forgot what her name was. I'm gonna put it up here. But the black sister, I did not like.
Tamika.
It just felt like they were going too far for inclusion, okay? And the reason why I feel as though The Little Mermaid should have been white is because I feel like we sacrificed the entire picture just to say that we had a black mermaid. The main acting was horrible. I liked Ursula, I liked the prince, and I liked Haley. Everybody else was trash, okay? I didn't even know that she couldn't speak because I don't think they add enough emphasis on that. On that she didn't speak properly. Like, they say that she couldn't speak, that, after Ursula took her voice, that she couldn't say. I think the entire picture took a huge hit just to say that we had a black Little Mermaid. This was the black Little Mermaid, okay, to have. She was amazing acting. She was wonderful. If you was going to have a black Little Mermaid, you should do that. But I feel like them just making her black was trying to have inclusion and just be cool, I love the fact that there's a lot of different people being included, African-American people, but I feel like certain things should just stay certain things, okay? I love that they have a black Little Mermaid. However, if you're going to sacrifice the entire, flow of the movie or the entire flow of everything, I would have preferred it if they just created, like they did with Disney Encanto, created that, I wish they created one for African American people. Like, you could have created a separate Little Mermaid, and it'd be a black girl, and it'd be a different type of, you know, situation, or, you know, everything. The actor that played Under the Sea, the singer, Under the Sea, the lobster, he did a horrible job, okay? You could tell that Jamaican accent was as fake as pressed on nails, baby, okay? His Jamaican accent,
I hope you appreciate what I go through for you, young lady. No, don't you turn your back on me.
Everything. He messed up every song with that Jamaican accent. I'm sorry. And just his mannerisms and how he handled everything, he just was not a good crab. I'm sorry. He wasn't a good crab to me. It felt very fake. It felt very put too much. Like, no, I didn't like it. I mean, I tolerated it because Haley was such a great actor. But no. Haley was the best thing that happened to The Little Mermaid, if I'm being real with you. And I feel like if they did all of this just to have diversion or inclusion, they could have kept The Little Mermaid white. If they was gonna do all of that. I just feel like if y'all want to include us, create stories set up for us. Create more princesses. Princess Tiana should not be the only black princess that they have in history, because they keep trying to switch it. Princess Tiana was the only one. Create another mermaid. Make her black. Make her Ariel homegirl. You know, that got the same little situation. Like, writers, get into it. Don't just, the stories that have already been written, keep them. Don't mess with them. But create more spaces and faces for us. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that they would do that. But in the spirit of inclusion, they ruined The Little Mermaid. And let's be real. The Little Mermaid, wasn't she Scottish? She had red hair. Wasn't she Scottish, in my opinion? I don't think she was just like a, you know, Caucasian, plain Jane white girl. She was Scottish, and she had that red hair. You know, it was an inclusion for them. I just did not understand or did not get why they made The Little Mermaid black just so they can give it to us, you know? They're creating a lot of these different black characters now, and they're replacing them with the old characters and saying, oh, well, we're gonna have a black Spider-Man, we're gonna have a black this person, black that person, when in actuality, it's a cheat to African American people, and it kind of feels like pandering, in my opinion. Y'all doing all of this, creating these black characters to say that we have a black Little Mermaid, we have this and we have that, but you should create different spaces for us, you know? Create our own characters that are in Disney. Princess Tiana should not be the only black character standing by itself, okay? You want to just say that you did it just to have black people like, oh, yeah, we represent it. No, don't mess up the old characters in order to create rooms for us. Okay, there wasn't a black Little Mermaid back in the day. Create one now. Because they did it with Frozen. There wasn't a Frozen. Frozen is like amazing. Till this day, we'll sing Frozen with our hearts. If that is the case, right? We're singing Frozen. Frozen is bomb. Create a black Little Mermaid. Create her own storyline of how she met her prince and how that happened. I didn't like that. I feel like just in the spirit of inclusion, they created, they wanted to include Haley. But if Haley was the sacrifice for a great overall Little Mermaid, then Haley should not have been a black mermaid. Like, she should have been white. If y'all was gonna sacrifice the entire storyline, the actors made it horrible. Like, Haley was the best thing in the damn show, and I don't like that. I feel like The Little Mermaid was such an amazing, one of my favorite, you know, princesses was The Little Mermaid, okay? One of my little stories was The Little Mermaid. I feel like we sacrificed The Little Mermaid just to be able to say we're included as African American people. And I did not like that. I did not like that at all, because I feel like they didn't put as much work in The Little Mermaid. They didn't, I don't know what it is. The everything was great. Don't get me wrong. The glitz, the glam, you know, the entire PGI was great, but the acting was horrible, and the acting is the soul of the movie. Haley was the best actor. I love the prince acting, and I love Ursula. Everybody else was crap. And then they had an Asian Little Mermaid. They had the just different, you know, little mermaids, different mermaids.
Ariel rules the Carina Sea. Mala rules the Chain Sea. Karina rules the Saith Sea. Indira rules the Brindive Sea. Perla rules the Piton Sea. Tamika rules the Fracas Sea. And Caspia rules Apneic Sea.
With her dad and his bad acting. And I just was like, y'all did too much just to say y'all had inclusion. Okay, we got inclusion. What about the story? What about, do we like it? What about, you know what I'm saying? People gonna come out because there's inclusion. I don't feel like we should break backs just to include. If you want to show true inclusion, create our own characters. Write a Little Mermaid in. Write another, you know what I'm saying? Write about us. Writers, do your job, you know? For inclusion, if it's all about inclusion. But don't mess up the already existing Little Mermaid in order to say that, hey, we got a black mermaid. Y'all pandering to black people, and it shows. Because y'all didn't put, like, the acting, the other actors, the Sebastian, Okay, Flounder was hilarious. The character Flounder, whatever, he was hilarious. Okay, he was funny. Everything, I found him funny. But I really wish that the acting was beefed up. You know, like I wanted to feel King Triton's anger about his daughter. You know, I want to feel the connection. The chemistry was a little off for me. I wish there was a little bit more chemistry. You felt that daughter-father love, or you felt that. I just wish there was a little bit more soulfulness, and you felt some type of way. You know, there wasn't that. I wish that the songs would be a little bit different. We knew all the songs. Under the Sea. You know, they probably had one new song. I think the Prince sang the song, but I wish that it was done a little bit different and spiced up, you know, and it was more work towards the acting, because the acting was the soul. I cried when Ariel sang, because Ariel's such a beautiful singer, aka Haley. She did her thing, but I just think that too much was sacrificed in The Little Mermaid just to say we've had inclusion. I'm happy that we have a little black mermaid. My daughter went with me, and she felt like, oh, she's black just like me. My daughter was so happy to have gone on this journey. Beautiful. Amazing. My daughter was proud. I was proud. I was happy that we had a black Little Mermaid.
This movie means so much to me. It's probably because I never watched it before.
You have seen Little Mermaid before. Wow, what's the difference? What's different about this Little Mermaid?
Because of this mermaid isn't white anymore. She's black.
How does that make you feel?
Happy.
Why does that make you happy?
Because I'm black. So that means I'm the mermaid.
You feel like you can relate?
I can relate.
Okay, girl, I see.
But when I came and I saw, you know, watched it, I just wish the acting was done a little bit more better, because the soul of it was taken, in my opinion. It wasn't just good enough to say we have a black mermaid. Inclusion is inclusion, but don't sacrifice the soul of the movie in order to say that we included African American people. Because give us the best. Because if it was a white Little Mermaid, the acting would be on point. If it was this, it was that. Y'all cut corners just to say we included black people, and I wasn't okay with that pandering. I just wasn't. I just wish that it was just done a little bit more tasteful. As far as Haley being such a great actor, I'm going to see The Color Purple because she good. As her just being such a dope actor, I just wish they did more. I just wish they put more work into it, in my opinion. Y'all going to get mad at me, but that's my opinion. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm not feeling how this is going. You know, I just feel like as a black girl, if y'all was going to do that, take the soul out of the entire storyline, then y'all could have made her white, in my opinion. Because y'all took the soul out of The Little Mermaid. Y'all did too much for inclusion for it to be a trash acting, and it just not flow. There was a lot of disconnection for me. You know, I just wish that y'all, you know, did more as far as the acting, the story itself, and the connections. Even just because The Little Mermaid black, now you got to have a black sister. Now you got to have, you know, and then you created the Asian, and towards the end, when all the sisters showed up for her wedding, it was all like, all your sisters are there, and you're the queen, the black woman. Like, I seen the undertones, you know? They had a lot of undertones and messages, hidden messages in between. Like, I think they said that you shouldn't have to be quiet for your voice to be heard.
It made me cry because he was like, you don't have to give up your voice to be heard. And I just about cried when they did that, because that was like, it was so beautiful.
You shouldn't have to be quiet for your voice to be heard, her being a black mermaid. And that was symbolism too. There was a lot of symbolism going on, and they think that we didn't catch it, but I caught it. And I just don't think that you could sacrifice the entire storyline, the entire essence of the mermaid in order to have inclusion. And I ain't feeling that. I'm not. If y'all wanted to do true inclusion, create a whole Little Mermaid that's a black mermaid that got her own story about how she fell in love with a white prince, if it's gonna be white, or a black prince, I don't care. Y'all should have did it that way. But for y'all to just sacrifice the mermaid, the entire story of the mermaid, just to say, hey, high five because she's black, I didn't like that. I did not like that at all. I understand the messages, you want to include African American people, and I'm all for inclusion, but I feel like when it's done right, it's respected. But don't cut corners just to say we've had inclusion and you sacrificed the entire Little Mermaid. My daughter was happy to see it. I was happy to see it. I felt so blessed. It was a very emotional situation, even showing up there, realizing that, hey, she's black just like me. And I would have still had that reaction had it been an entire different storyline, because she would have been black just like me.
But this time, the Little Mermaid was black. She wasn't white, like this color. But
If y'all would have beefed up, you know what I'm saying, a whole nother story, have, oh, this mermaid did this mermaid did that. If y'all had all of that, we would have still came out, we would have still showed love. But y'all changed the white Little Mermaid only for it to be sacrificed, only for that sacrifice to be made to take away the soul of it. The acting was horrible. Disconnection was there. It just felt like y'all just did it just to say we gave y'all something. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. If y'all would have created, put a lot more work into, like Haley had her own, you know, series of her being a black mermaid, or stuff that happened to her, and, you know, different songs and all that stuff y'all did for Encanto, we would have definitely appreciated it just as well. Hell, we would have came out. We came out for Black Panther and everything else that surrounded African American people. You could have still had the same reaction if y'all did it the right way. I don't think this was done the right way. I feel like they should have kept Ariel white if they was going to sacrifice the entire story and the main connection just to say we had inclusion. Come on, y'all. Not just to say we had inclusion. Y'all gonna crap up the entire storyline and the connections and all of that just to say we had inclusion? So was it really worth the sacrification of the entire storyline and the connection was worth just to say we have a black mermaid? That was enough to just say we loved it. I don't like that. I don't like that. But who am I, y'all? I'm just a girl on YouTube. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Tell me if your girl tripping, because if I'm tripping, don't let me fall all the way. Let me know in the comments what's up, so I'm here to hear with y'all.
The movie means like so much to me.
But I love you guys to pieces, and bye-bye.
The actors were having a very great time.